It is Thursday. Storm's blowing in. Got this fucker over here. We are.
Fucker.
I call everybody fucker. Come on. Perhaps he's the uncle fucker from South Park they were talking about.
Yeah.
It's really windy. Well, it hasn't even begun to get really windy yet. It's going to get even windier. We're sitting down here at the boat landing because it is an absolutely glorious day outside. There's not been a more awesome time to be outside in probably the last 5 months as far as a general break in the heat. The winds are finally starting to get here. The storm is not here yet. It hasn't rained at all today. So we're just hanging out, passing the time. So, Ricky, got anything exciting to say? Just a thumbs up. So, we're at about high tide, about noon. By this time tomorrow, I'm pretty sure that where I'm sitting is probably going to be underwater. Do you think it's going to be underwater by this time tomorrow?
I have to agree with that.
Yeah, because we're having king tides, which means the tides are extraordinarily higher than they should be. And then we're going to get several feet of storm surge on top of several feet of rain. That's so.
It'll be wet.
Yeah, it's gonna be wet.
Definitely.
What gets me? The park is full of people with children. Should have fucking evacuated. Anyway, oh, there's the Charleston police.
Silly dog.
Curious what the police are doing. I'm not breaking any laws that I know of. Take another clip in a bit. That's it for this moment. Alright, so it is about 10 or 15 minutes the other side of absolute high tide. And I apologize for the wind noise. You'll see, this is the edge of the island that I live on. We're having king tides. I was unaware of this when I made the tide video yesterday. Like, no storm surge, just a king tide. Tide island I live on. So this is the edge of the island that I live on, and the water is already almost up this way. If you look over there and you see the dock is up higher than the cement that it's attached to. This is a fucking problem, because if we're gonna have king tides like this, and we're gonna get, I think the last report said 4 to 6 feet of storm surge, I'm gonna get water in my house, and I don't want water in my house. Hold on. Water in my house is not a desirable thing at all. My home insurance is paid, my life insurance is paid, my wife's life insurance is paid. It's not here yet, but the shit's getting ready to hit the fan. I mean, it's the wind's picking up, it's loud, but it's only going to get louder, and it's only going to get worse. I'm not entirely sure what the next 24 hours of my life is going to entail, but I can tell you one thing. It's not going to be boring. So I won't be embarking on any 450-mile bike rides during the next 24 hours. Yeah, that's exciting. There were some guys that were down here fishing earlier. Caught a big old redfish. But yeah, the prospect of the storm is not, I don't know, I realize it's weakened a little bit and it's not nearly as strong as it had been, but it's still going to find us and it's still going to fuck us up. And if we get 4 to 6 feet of storm surge, I mean, look at the dock behind me is higher than, I don't know, the water is already almost up to the landing, and That's an issue. There's a lot of people, man, that stayed. A lot more people than I expected to stay for this storm. A lot of people with little kids, man, and like newborn infants. Take your fucking baby and go, man. That's just me. This is just the beginning of it. When I left the house, I want to say they said Charleston had 14-mile-an-hour winds, Myrtle Beach had 18. But we're getting some pretty good gusts. It's blowing shit down, doing what it's doing. You look over here, good old Mr. Ricky sitting in the passenger seat of that truck drinking beer. Good time, said nobody ever. But I don't know, man. Curious to see what happens. All I can do is wait and see. Hope for the best, and I'm prepared for the worst. Perhaps I take you on a little tour of the floating dock here. Take up go. Other people who haven't left. So, floating dock. It's interesting little thing. We like to come down here and put our feet in the water sometimes. I mean, I'm not stressing out about the storm. I'm ready for it. I mean, in fact, I'm ready for it to just go away so that I can then go into survival mode after the storm, because I am more than prepared for the aftermath of the storm. I've got 2 generators, 6,000 watts. I've got 6 charge blocks. I have a solar charger. I mean, I've got a hand crank radio. I've got all the fucking cup of noodles in the world. I even went and bought some shitty pots and pans from the Goodwill so that I can cook on the fire in the backyard. To which I'm excited about the good eats that are going to come after this storm. I mean, I got several whole chickens in the freezer. I have several pork loins. I've got pre-cooked Italian sausage. I've got pre-cooked hamburger meat. I mean, we're going to eat better than anybody else in the neighborhood after this storm. But getting to it, I mean, we're still just sitting and waiting. And I mean, like, the outer bands of the wind are what's getting here at the moment. But it's going to be like 2 o'clock in the morning before the shit really hits the fan. But if you look over here behind me, you can see all this fucking water, man, that's already here, and it's not even storm surge, which is a problem. And I live up that road behind me about 2 blocks, and I don't know, probably gonna get water in the house, and that fucking sucks. I'm not entirely sure what to think, what to do, what have you. I'd like to thank all of the people who've been with my channel for quite some time. I'd like to welcome all of the people who have found my channel because they're looking for videos about Charleston or James Island or Riverland Terrace, people who have evacuated. You guys evacuated, my ass stayed. And this is going to be, the next 36 hours, give or take, is going to be the life of a guy who stayed. I stayed for the storm, and I'm going to go out in the storm, and I'm going to film the storm. And you want to know what's going on in your neighborhood? This is it, fuckers. All of a sudden, it's nice and calm. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, hang out, do what you gotta do. Fuckers.